Why does it feel like when someone's ignoring you, someone that you're sort of interested in romantically, it actually makes you more obsessed? I mean, you might like them, they might be very cute, but when they start ignoring you, that's when your attraction might go up a level. And why does a post from your ex feel like a punch in the gut? I mean, you know it's over, so why do likes, texts, posts from your ex create a physical reaction in you? Well, our brains are wired to seek out reward and resolution. And when you don't get either, you might go into obsession mode. That's not weakness, that's not weird, that's how our brains work. And today we're talking about how mixed signals, barriers, inconsistent communication feed limerence and feed a desire for someone. Checking their social media, especially if you're in no contact, resets that clock every single time. We're going to cover why your brain might confuse limerence for love, how mixed signals trigger addictive responses in your brain, why checking social media creates emotional whiplash, and tools to stop checking social media or checking in on them without spiraling into rumination, brooding, panic, or fear of missing out. Okay, so if you're feeling limerence for someone, which is an intense obsessive attraction often marked by frequent daydreams and a need to be around this person. And when there's a barrier to this attraction, being with your limerent other, when there's a barrier like distance, rejection, silence, them being in another relationship, your brain might start filling in blanks with fantasy. Oh, I'm sure their significant other is making threats and that's why they're not messaging me. Oh, if we just got past this barrier, this distance, our relationship would be perfect. I might find myself imagining what holidays would be like with them, what it would be like when they met my family. And if there's silence but occasional likes or short text messages, I might start imagining, yes, this connection could survive. We could move on to a real deep romantic relationship. You see, barriers create kind of a maybe tension. Maybe this is going to work out. Maybe everything's going to be okay. Maybe they're going to leave the person they're with. Maybe they're going to get a job closer to me, or I'm going to get a job closer to them. Maybe their silence means that they're thinking about me, but they just don't know how to let me know they want to be back together. And your brain doesn't want to have unanswered questions, so it wants to solve this maybe tension. It's stuck on this reward-seeking loop built on anticipation and toxic hope, not on actual connection. Esther Perel says that attraction plus obstacles equals desire. The harder to get someone, the harder you have to work to be with someone. That chase idea sets your brain up to idealizing them, to putting them on a pedestal, to making them out to be more than they are, and to ignoring their red flags. Listen, if the attraction is mutual and the other person is emotionally available, yes, a real relationship can happen. But if there are obstacles or intermittent communication, or they're not as into it as you are, you don't want your brain to start idealizing them. You want to recognize the red flags so you can make the best choice for you possible. Also, if they're clear and consistent in the fact that they don't want a relationship, if they really let you know, no, this is not what I want, and they go no contact, it will be easier to let go of limerence because there's a definitive answer. Your brain is not trying to figure out that maybe tension. It's the people who offer intermittent reinforcement, who send a weekly text or call you every once in a while or meet up with you once a month, that you're crazy about. When you have that toxic hope, your brain keeps coming back, thinking about it, trying to figure out, how can I make this work? That behavior, that's sort of in and out, hot and cold, that's a red flag. One day they text, then there's nothing, they like a photo and then they're gone. They ghost for a little bit, then they're back. That inconsistency is the same as playing a slot machine. Every once in a while you hit and you feel great, and then nothing. It's random and unpredictable, but the reward of seeing them, reward of having that dopamine boost when they're around, that hooks you in. That keeps you holding on to this limerent hope longer than you should be. And it can go on for months and years. Meeting up with someone every once in a while, hoping that they're going to see that being with you could be a great romance. Your brain actually gets addicted to the hope that something is going to happen, not actually the person. You see, the person is idealized. They're put on a pedestal. You don't really see them for who they really are. You see the person that your brain has created for you, maybe their potential, who they could be. And I really believe that social media makes this all harder because you can get curious. You just want to check their social media, and you're not going to do it so they know you're looking. Maybe you'll go under a fake name or a fake profile and you check. It just feels like curiosity. You want to see what's happening. But if you see something that upsets you, it activates the same pain centers in your brain as actual physical harm. Your brain can't always tell the difference between a memory and what's really happening in the moment. So it processes photos of your limerent other with someone else as fresh rejection, even if you haven't spoken to them in months. it feels like it's just happening. So really checking their social media, interacting with them every once in a while is emotional self-harm. Yeah, you could say like you're just trying to be friends or you want to stay in the loop, see what they're up to. But if it really hurts you and sends you spiraling, it's not good for you. It's not healthy. If you've been going no contact, one scroll can undo days of progress. It's not worth it. Okay, so how to stop interacting with them online without spiraling. Remind yourself that letting go is part of healing. You're not losing anything, you're not being mean, it's self-preservation. Then mute, block, archive. If you have those memory photos that come up a year ago today, turn those off. You can take all photos of them and put them in a folder and put them away. If you find yourself overthinking about them, ruminating on them, daydreaming about them, replace that behavior with something more healthy. Journal about things you want to do in the future. Text a friend, go for a walk. Create a checking alternative that you can do when the urge hits. Journal about a new habit you want to bring into your life. Clean something. Go outside. Check on your favorite influencer on YouTube. Anything that will keep you from checking their social media. And remind yourself, you're not giving up. You're not abandoning them. You're detoxing from a fantasy. You're trying to see them for who they really are and what they can offer you and what they want from you. You're reclaiming your self-identity. Who you were before you met them. In the next video, we'll talk about what does help to heal fast from a heartbreak. And it's not about staying busy to avoid the pain, but anchoring yourself into real connection and support. And I'll walk you through how to build an emotional life raft for when you feel like everything is sinking. I'm a licensed therapist with over 20 years experience in breakup and divorce recovery. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you have any questions.